Oh, what is the Upskis, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the GxGamerCast. We're on episode 183 of my little gaming show where once a week I just have to talk about video games, whether they're new video games that I'm playing today, old video games that I grew up with, it doesn't matter. Video games. And today we're going all the way back to the Nintendo Wii, and we are talking about Mario Galaxy. Is it Super Mario Galaxy? Mario Galaxy. We're talking about Mario Galaxy today, and believe it or not, this was a game that I didn't really jive with back in the day, and that literally has been a thing I've been trying to fix ever since I traded in Mario Galaxy all the way back in 2007, 2008, something like that. I traded the game in, didn't like it that much, thought it was overrated, thought it was overhyped, all this stuff, and kind of goes with the theming that I've always thought Mario was a little bit overrated and the games were great, but not to the, I don't know, most of the games are revolutionary, I will admit, but I just always thought Mario was a little bit overrated. But I've been doing my due diligence and going back and replaying a lot of Mario games. I've replayed Mario Bros. 3, Super Mario World, Super Mario World 2, all in recent memory. And I've done a lot of the modern ones as well. Wonder, Odyssey. I played pretty much every Mario game. I played Sunshine not long ago. Did not like Sunshine. I have a full review of Sunshine if you want to go listen to it. But going back and seeing, is Mario that overrated, or are the games truly that good? And that's what I'm going to be answering today. Is Mario Galaxy truly that good? Was I wrong back in 2007? We're going to figure that one out. But before we get into the Mario Galaxy talk, let me discuss what I've been up to over the last week or so. As I always encourage you, the viewer, the listener, let me know what y'all have been playing over the last whatever amount of time. What games are you diving into right now? Have you seen any good movies lately? And are you binging any awesome TV shows? Let me know in the comments down below on Spotify, or I upload all these to the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos. Go over there, subscribe, drop a comment over there. That would be awesome. Now, in terms of what I've been doing, I knew it. I told you this happens once I get into my movie phases. We got two more movies I watched this week. Like, I had some time off this weekend with family day and stuff, so I was able to spend some time with my wife, and we watched a couple of movies. So we started off with Roofman. Roofman starring Channing Tatum. I like this movie, but I was hoping to like it a whole lot more than I did. It was definitely a really good movie to choose for Valentine's Day. It's kind of I didn't expect it to be more of a romantic movie than a comedy. I thought it was going to be like a real comedy movie, like laughs and gags all throughout, and like this wacky story where it's based on a true story where a guy would break into McDonald's and restaurants and other business establishments through the roof, hence the name Roofman. So this is a true story. He broke into a Toys R Us and hid in there for like a month without being captured, and then he falls in love with one of the girls that works at the Toys R Us, and then and that's your premise of the movie. It was good. I wanted a lot more out of it. I was expecting more laughs and, like, I don't know, more shenaniganery inside of the Toys R Us, I guess, but if it's based on a true story, I guess they can only go with the source material here. But good performances around. I think it was Kristen Dunst was in this movie. I like her from Spider-Man. She's pretty, very, very pretty. And the chemistry was there between her and Channing Tatum. I like Channing Tatum's performance, but I'm used to this, 21 Jump Street Channing Tatum, where he's like, he's hilarious. He's an amazing actor. I really like Channing Tatum quite a lot. And he was really good in this movie. It was a heartwarming movie. It was a nice story. I would say it's definitely 65% romantic, and the rest of it is comedy, dramedy. But that's not what I thought this movie was. I thought it was definitely going to be more about comedy and just running away from the cops and hilarity and all this shit. That's not really what this movie was about, so take that with a grain of salt. But it was a really nice movie to watch with a significant other on Valentine's Day. Had a nice little love theme to it, so there was that. I'd give it a 7 out of 10. I thought it was good, not great, but I'll never watch that movie again. That's not I'm not really shitting on it. It's just not a movie that I would really need to rewatch ever again. But it was nice. 7 out of 10. Where did I watch that? I believe that was on Paramount Plus, so you can check it out there. And then my wife and I, we watched Bad Man right after that. Has Sean William Scott in it from Goon and American Pie, so on and so forth. Pretty mediocre movie. It was supposed to be a comedy. I think I might have done what are those air exhale laughs, something like that. I might have done that like 2 or 3 times. Not a very funny movie. I went into it completely blind. I didn't even read the description of the movie, so I was a little bit lost, admittedly. Didn't even know what the hell was going on, but my wife threw it on, and I was like, well, it's her turn, so she can watch whatever movie she wants, and we watched Bad Man. It was a mildly funny comedy movie about some cop helping out some other drug cops or something like that. I don't know. It wasn't that funny. It wasn't that good. I'd hit it with like a 5.5 out of 10. And we got TV shows. We got Survivor. Finished off one of the best seasons of Survivor I have ever watched in season 16. The fans versus the favorites. Very awesome concept, and it was a banger of a season. So much went down, man. Lots of injuries. Fucking the stupidest move in Survivor history went down on that season, where a dude had the immunity idol. He gave it away. He was the only dude left, and it was all girls. The girls mutinied on him and eliminated him right away, and it's gone down as one of the most epic, stupid moves in Survivor history, if not the most. It is literally it's got to be the stupidest thing I've ever seen on Survivor. I knew it was coming because I've seen it. I've seen them, recapping, rehashing this scene over and over again in other seasons of Survivor, because it is such a legendarily stupid move. And it backfired on him immediately, and it was absolutely hilarious. And, man, just a lot of blindsides, too, in this season. Like, kind of in the early years of Survivor, the first, 20 or so seasons, it's kind of the same formula every time. A tribe will get together. They get a group of 5 or 6 people. They're the dominant group. They start picking everybody off one by one. Then eventually, the bottom of that 6 will mutiny and then transfer over to another group, and then they'll fucking take over, and so on and so forth. This one had some more blind sides to it, kind of more like a modern season of Survivor, where it's a little more fast-paced. But I liked it, man. This is one of the best seasons of Survivor I've watched. One of the better ones I've seen in a minute. 9 out of 10 for season 16. That shit was awesome. And, of course, we started up Survivor 17. Oh, yeah, back in there again. No major theme on this one. It's just a plain Survivor. They're in Africa again, so that's a lot of fun. They haven't been to Africa since, I think, the first season of Survivor. The second season, something like that. So it's exciting to see them back in Africa. The elephants are everywhere. Like, so many elephants. It's crazy, and they're just, right beside their camp. It's absolutely wild, man. So this has been a fun season so far. We're early into it, so we're watching that. Then we started rewatching American Vandal. Now, if you haven't seen American Vandal, drop everything that you're doing right now after you finish this episode of the podcast, of course. Then drop everything and proceed to watch American Vandal on Netflix. It is one of the most refreshing, just unique, fucking funny, just awesome series on Netflix that is out there. It is so unique. It is a mockumentary style documentary about a kid drawing a bunch of dicks on student or teachers' cars at a school, and it's a big mystery. They're trying to figure out who drew the dicks. Who drew the dicks out there? So they're going around interviewing people. It is so funny. It is so well made. It is just absolutely amazing. It's one of my favorite things when you put a serious spin on something that is so outrageously funny. That's exactly what the show is doing. It's phenomenal. They have 2 seasons. We're probably gonna end up watching them both. We crushed 6 straight episodes of American Vandal. It is a very easy watch. They're about half-hour long episodes, and you just want to get to the next episode. It's a mystery. You want to figure out who did it, who drew the dicks, and really good stuff, man. Really good stuff. I'm excited to watch season 2 again as well. The Turd Burglar, so that should be really fun. I have been meaning to rewatch this show for a little while now, and we did it. So we're started to rewatch it. There's only a couple episodes left, so we pretty much binged the whole entire series in one sitting. It is that good. It is so funny. I love it. So at the highest recommendation, you should go check out American Vandal on Netflix. It is so good, so well made, so funny, so check it out. Let's talk video games. All right, so what kind of video games have I been playing? Playing some Helldivers. I went back to Helldivers this weekend with the homie Cal, and Parker started playing a little bit of that because they added in a new enemy type. Not really that new. It's a robot variant, and it's just more aggressive. There's like a dude that will run up to you and you'll like fucking jump knee you in the face and kick the shit out of you. He's pretty aggressive. There are some new enemies, and it's fine. It's Helldivers. It's nothing like crazy new. I think it's just adding a harder enemy to fight to the game, which is great. They're still supporting the game. That's good to hear, and it was fun. Admittedly, Jesse has gotten in he's just buried his way into my head a little bit, and I am just enjoying every other game that I'm playing more than Helldivers right now. I'm not saying I don't like Helldivers. I'm not on the boat with Jesse where he is just completely anti-Helldivers. That's a little too far. I'm not that way with it, but admittedly I was like, I could be playing Arc Raiders right now. Could be playing some other games that I'm playing right now. So it's not my highest priority right now is to play Helldivers, but it was fun. Like, it was fun to get back in there, do some diving. I finally unlocked the exosuit, so I'm level 25 now, got the exosuit. It's pretty good. It's not, like, game-changing. The only thing that sucks is you can't call in, like, your bombs. You can't call in support while you're in the robot, so you gotta get out of the robot, call in your shit, get back in the robot, do some stuff. But the robot's pretty sweet, man. Like, it's super powerful. It's got a big chain gun on it and some missiles, and it's like, oh fuck yeah, we're cooking with fire now in Helldivers. So I got some of the high tier gear, and yeah, it was fun. Don't know if I'm like overly willing and wanting to go back to it for a lot more time. I like playing games with the homies, but I don't know if Helldivers is the one that I want to play right now. Arc Raiders is just there. I'd rather be playing some Arc Raiders, or I'd rather be playing some Shadow of War. Been playing a little bit of that, Middle Earth, a little Lord of the Rings action. I am loving this game right now. I'm disappointed in myself. It's taken me so long to knock this one off of my backlog. I've owned it for so long, and I loved Shadow of Mordor so much. The first game was excellent, absolutely excellent video game. Really enjoyed it, and yeah, I've finally gotten back into it, and I'm loving it. It's an open world game, which I'm not overly in the mood for, a big open world game. That is what this is, but I'm loving the theming, and of course, I love the Nemesis system. So I'm going to do an episode on Shadow of Mordor, or Shadow of War, / Mordor, I guess. We'll talk about both games, but mostly I want to talk about the Nemesis system, which is just a very unique mechanic that they have in the game. I'll discuss it in full detail on that episode. Might be next week that I can get Shadow of Mordor done. I don't know. I've been playing it a lot, and I'm getting through the game quite quickly, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because that means I'm really enjoying myself. I find myself, like, getting up early, like, before my alarm, before work, and I'm like, oh, I'm going to play some Shadow of War, and it's going to be a good time, and I'm just going around, exploring, collecting some of this and that, doing some killing, doing some Nemesis, and it's a lot of fun, man. If you haven't played the Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War games, check them out. They're still worth checking out now. They're still very good games. But you got to check out that Nemesis system, because I think it's done now. I believe the company that made these games is defunct. They've been shut down, and I don't know what's going on with the Nemesis system. I think rather someone bought the rights to it, or the rights are out there and no one has it. Something weird's going on with that, but regardless, you can play these games right now dirt cheap, and they're still a ton of fun. So I'll be doing an episode on that. And what else have I been playing? My wife and I, we played some Lego Horizon Adventures. So that happened. I was looking, my wife was like, oh, can we play some of that, the Expanse game? I'm like, we actually finished that. Whether you remember that or not, we did actually finish that game. She's like, oh, snap. I was like, well, I got this Lego Horizon game we could try out. I love Horizon, the franchise. She's never experienced it before. I'm like, oh, Lego, perfect way to introduce my wife into Horizon. And went really well, guys. We played like 3 hours straight of Lego Horizon Adventure. I was very happy. It's hit or miss with my wife. Sometimes she'll play them for like a half hour, 45 minutes. Sometimes I can get her really into it, and she'll play for like numerous hours. So I think I got her good with this one, which is good. I think I did well finding a game that we can both play together. It's very simple. It's not like a revolutionary Lego game by any means. It's very basic, very simple, kind of linear Lego game, which is exactly what the doctor ordered. I didn't want this open world Lego game like the last one my wife and I played. I think it was the Lego Super Heroes or something like that. It was open world, and it just wasn't it for us. It's just not the way we wanted to play our Lego games. I don't know, we like them pretty simple, and Horizon's pretty damn simple. The story is nice and charming. It's funny, it's cute, it's got all that Lego fucking theming to it that you would want. I love the way that the Legos move, and they're animated is really nice. It looks good, not great. It plays like a Lego game, you know. It's Lego. If you play the Lego game, you played them all pretty well. They're all very similar, but it's pretty basic. It's not very hardcore or anything. There's not even like, I don't know. It seems like they went backwards with this one. I can see why the reviews were rather low for Lego Horizon Adventures. If I'm reviewing it right now, I'm having a 7 out of 10 time. I'm having a good time with this game. I would definitely not be having that good of a time if I was playing it alone, but thankfully I had my wife. We're playing it co-op, and it was delightful. I had a really good time playing that with her. Hopefully we can finish that one off. Still playing Balatro. Playing some Balatro. I finally beat I think it was the Nebula deck, was the one I was stuck on for a while. Finally got through that. That took me, I was one hand away from beating it, and I lost by about 2,000 points out of 100,000. So I was right there. I was devastated. Put the switch down. I had to have a moment, and I was like, no, you're not beating me. And I went right back in there, and I beat it, baby. I went in there, and I just destroyed it. Got my straights, got my fucking jokers that I needed, and it was easy peasy. I absolutely slaughtered it. So I'm moving on to the next deck, and that's it. That's all I've been up to. Pretty busy week. Quite a few movies and some video games. It was a good, productive week, man. I had a good family day. Hopefully y'all had a good family day and got some time off. Got to spend some time together or with the homies, with the video games, whatever it be. All right. So that's all I've been up to. Let me know what y'all have been up to, and let's do it. Let's go all the way back to 2007. Nintendo Wii. And we're doing Mario Galaxy. Let's get into it. All right, Mario Galaxy, get your ass over here. We need to have a chat. I need to apologize, I think, to Mario Galaxy. Phenomenal video game. I don't know what was growing out of my ass in 2007 that made me go, no, I hate this. I don't like this. I don't want to own this game in my collection anymore. I'm going to sell it. I'm going to trade it in. I'm going to get something else. I don't know what was going on with me back then, and it's really strange because Super Mario Galaxy 2 is one of my favorite games of all time. It's one of my favorite Mario games of all time. I have a full Let's Play of it on my YouTube channel that I did way back in like 2010, so be nice if you do actually watch it. It's old, so, and I was young and very much more annoying than I am now back then, so yeah, watch it with a grain of salt, but it's one of my all-time Let's Plays. It's, yeah, so I teased at the beginning that I didn't like this game, and I think I know why. Really, the sticking point for me in Mario Galaxy was the coin collecting. I didn't like the fact that and I didn't go back to, I rolled credits on this game, but I haven't gone back to the after the credits content. But after the credits, you can collect more stars, and I believe by collecting the stars, a lot of it is collecting 100 coins on every level. And I wasn't about that. I was like, fuck this, I hate this, it's monotonous, it's tedious, I hated it. And really, really didn't like that. And but over the rest of the game is phenomenal. I don't know if I was just so fixated on the 100 coin thing that I just boycotted the whole entirety of the game. And I do know for a fact I was very upset that Yoshi wasn't in the game. Hence why I love Super Mario Galaxy 2 so much, because they add Yoshi. And I was like, where the fuck was Yoshi? Yoshi should have been in Mario Galaxy 1. That's crazy. But to this time right now, I can't figure out why I wouldn't have liked that game other than the 100 coin thing. That's the only thing I can think of, because everything else about the game is magical. It's a magical video game. It still holds up today, absolutely. And sadly, well, they did just release the Mario Galaxy collection, so you can get Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 in a bundle, and you can get that on your Switch. I think you can get it on your Switch too. I'm not 100% on that one, but it's $100, so $50 a game. They could have done better. You could have done better on that one. It's an expensive collection, but I think that is a collection worth your money. The only thing preventing me from getting it is the fact that I already own Galaxy. I have the Mario 3D collection, 3D All-Stars collection. Yes, I bought it. I was one of those guys, but thankfully I did bought it. I bought it. Thankfully I bought it because it's very expensive to get now. It's like $300 to get your hands on a copy of Mario 3D All-Stars, but I never played Sunshine. I wanted to replay Galaxy and give it another shot, and never hurts to have another copy of Mario 64 on hand, so why not? So I bought it, but you can get the other bundle. It's $100. I think you can do, like, if you can get it on sale, that'd be great. You can buy them individually, digitally only, I do believe. So if you just want to get Mario, I think it's $54. Galaxy 2, $54. Not bad. They're all-time games. I think they should be priced at like $30 personally, but that's me. I'm not Nintendo. Nintendo is the most money-hungry company ever. So anyway, we'll be talking about Mario. We can get into the intro of this game. It came out in 2007, like I said. I didn't put down the month because the month varies because it came out early in Japan. It came out, I think, November or something like that. I'm not 100% sure, but regardless, it's the usual Mario story. Bowser shows up with his crew, steals Peach away yet again, but impressively this time, he steals the whole entire castle. He just lifts the whole castle out of the ground and steals the whole thing, teleports through a portal, they're gone. And just like that, you got yourself another Mario game. Except this time, we are traveling the galaxies, baby. And I gotta say, probably the coolest theming for Mario in any of the Mario games is the galaxy theme. I absolutely adore it. It's endless, man. It's the galaxy. The galaxy is an endless entity that just endless possibilities. You can do whatever you want with the galaxy. And I feel like Galaxy is going to be like the ongoing series for Mario. I do believe one day we will get a Super Mario Galaxy 3. They could do an Odyssey 2, but I feel like they're not done with it. You can't be done with Galaxy. There's so much more you can do with Galaxy. Regardless, I love the Galaxy games. They are, now I can say games because I truly do love Super Mario Galaxy 1. I do still prefer Mario Galaxy 2, that's without question. I just think they have better levels in Mario Galaxy 2. The addition of Yoshi is excellent. There is noticeably quite a lot of reused assets in Mario Galaxy 2 that I noticed replaying Mario Galaxy 1. I'm like, oh snap, they have like the same bosses, there's some of the same exact levels, like, so that was interesting. That was interesting to notice, but I do like the level design better in Mario Galaxy 2. So you're Mario, you get sent into the galaxy, you meet Rosalina, who is new, and she's... is she a popular character in the Mario universe nowadays? I don't know. I don't think she's, like, hated or anything. I think she's fine. Mario is going to help her get her ship powered up, and of course you gotta find stars to do that. So you need you need whatever amount of stars to power up this spaceship to get to Peach and save her. So that's what we gotta do. You gotta collect a whole bunch of stars, power stars, mega stars, ultra stars, whatever. Stars. That's the goal. And I've said this before, I'm super tired of Mario getting away with the story thing where other games can't get away with it, but Mario's allowed to get away with a shitty story. The story's shit. It's shit. She's just, it's Bowser, I'm here, and, like, no one's gonna stop me again, and I'm just gonna, like, do you guys not put up any defenses? Are you never prepared for this guy? Like, how come he can just walk in and fucking take your whole castle and just fuck off like that? That's crazy. Absolutely craziness, but, yeah, man, like, Mario games, this one definitely has a grander scale to it. You can feel like there was, like, Mario Sunshine was a rushed game. They got that out faster than they wanted to. It wasn't, like, if you played it, you can tell it's just not polished like a Mario game is. Like, there's things in that game, some level design choices, just some corners cut in Sunshine that are very noticeable when you've played a lot of Mario games because they're quality. They generally do not have that type of thing going on with them, and Mario Galaxy is a package. It is a very nice package. They definitely went all in on this generation on the Wii, and they took a big step with Mario from Sunshine to Galaxy, in my opinion, though it wasn't a leap from, like, They didn't go into HD graphics or anything yet, but I just think, with the addition of motion controls, we'll talk about all that and everything. But I think before we get into all that, let us discuss the graphics and the performance of the game. I was playing this on my Switch 1, runs completely fine, playing it on the 3D All-Stars thing. I didn't notice any changes other than the update in graphics. No changes. Well, they did make some changes to obviously how the game is played with the motion controls, because you don't have a Wiimote anymore, but they have motion controls in the controllers, so it's still, we'll get to that. I'll explain how the motion controls work on Switch, but in terms of the art design for this game, it's timeless. Sharp, colorful art style ages with absolute grace. The HD upgrade, like I said, is very nice. It looks good. The colors are great. This game's gonna still look very nice to me, personally, for like another 20 years. Like, it's like watching a cartoon. It still looks really good to me. I have no problems with it. And I love the space setting. Like I said, it's probably my favorite setting for a Mario game, unless, I don't know, Mario 64 was really cool, but theming of space, bro, that's pretty rad right there. And I love the feeling, this should probably go more into gameplay, but I just love the feeling of being in space in the Mario games. So you're like rotating around the planets, you got the feeling of gravity, and it's just very, very cool, man. It's a very cool game, and I'll just say it now, they fixed the camera. The camera's awesome. There might be like a moment or two where you're like, oh, just got to move it over here a little bit. But they figured out the camera in the 3D Mario games by Galaxy. They got it down. So Mario 64, the camera was bad. Sunshine, the camera was not good. Not awful. Like, it wasn't Mario 64 bad, but it was not perfect yet. In Galaxy, I think, like I said, I think they got it down. The camera's not really an issue for me personally anymore, and it runs smooth as silk on Switch. No performance issues, nothing, no crashes or anything like that. And I really like the design of some of the characters in this game. Like, Rosalina's cool. She's got the long blonde hair. She's pretty tall, and she's got that going for her. So that's cool. But the Lumas are so freaking cute, man. Oh my goodness, they are the cutest little things I have ever seen. Little stars, and they sound adorable. They sound so freaking cute, especially when they explode and they go, ee, and they fucking kill themselves or whatever they're doing. I don't know what they're doing, but they explode into like a galaxy or a star. They just explode. They love to explode. That's what they do. That's what they're here for. But the art design in Mario games has always been timeless. Like, I can still play Mario Bros. 3 on the original Nintendo, and that still looks fine to me. I'm like, oh, it's just a great looking 8-bit game that, just imagine it like a really good 8-bit indie game that just comes out nowadays. Like, it still looks amazing. It still looks great. Super Mario still looks great. Mario 64 definitely aged, and Sunshine, I think with the HD upgrade, still looks really good. The theming on that game really helps it out with the whole beach and everything, bright and colorful. That is the theming of Mario, man. Bright and colorful, pastel colors, just, oh fuck yeah, bounces, pops off the screen, looking real good. And I really like the way that Mario looks in this game. Just timeless look. He looks like Mario, and yeah, looks good. Mustache is there. He's got all of his parts, and we're good to go to move on to sound design now. So there is a little bit of voice acting. Again, this is another thing that Nintendo is just allowed to get away with, where other companies just can't. Like, it's starting to creep up on them now, but like, all right, so Final Fantasy releases the next Final Fantasy. It doesn't have any voice acting. You think that's going to be an issue? Yeah, the fuck it is going to be an issue. How come it's not a problem when it comes to Mario games? Like, they can have cheap storybook telling, cutscenes, and like, no, like that loses marks for other games. So I'm just saying, y'all, like, Mario is allowed to get away with all this kind of shit. Like, they don't have the amazing presentation of other games. They don't have the voice acting. And yeah, so there's a little bit of voice acting, and I mean minimal. Like, we're talking Peach just screaming Mario and like, oh yeah, and like shit like that. Like, there's really not a lot of voice acting. It's more like grunts and sounds and shit like that. You don't have like full-on conversations with Toad. You're not having, Bowser's not having a big monologue or anything like that. Like, again, missed opportunities. Bring these characters to life, man. Like, now that we've had the movie, Mario Bros. Movie, you gotta bring these characters to life now. Now they have personality. They've been brought to life on the big screen. Now let's bring them to life on the monitors at home, like on our TVs and shit. Like, let's go. I'm tired of this I have to read everything and no. We're past that. I'm past that. I'm not 7 years old anymore. I don't have the imagination to come up with all these voices. And actually, I do. I actually really like it, doing the voices and stuff like that. But anyway, no. I want Mario's games to be fully voice acted from here on out. I am tired of it. And it's time, man. It's time. We need to have this conversation. And it's fine. It's fine. It's not like there would have been a lot of dialogue in this game anyway, but what dialogue is there, it's mostly not voice acted. It's just like I said, sounds and stuff like that. It's just if this is your flagship series and these are the revolutionary games, then how come they don't have this stuff? Like, this is basic game design stuff. Voice acting is in every freaking video game now. So I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that. So I am personally getting tired of Nintendo and Mario games, especially getting away with this and still getting their 10 out of 10s, and then you see a really awesome video game, they're like, oh, your cutscenes weren't awesome, and they're like, oh, -10, and you're like, fuck you. Fucking, oh, the voice acting wasn't perfect. It's like, well, the voice acting isn't perfect in Mario either. They just don't have a lot of it, so there's not much to say about it. So you can't really call it a negative or a positive because there's just not enough there. Not enough meat on that bone. But I will give the props to the soundtrack in Mario Galaxy. They went all out. This is a fully orchestrated soundtrack, and it shows, man. I remember the CD coming out and that being a big deal because, like, the music was truly fucking amazing in this game. Like, this is one of the games that, like, really took the music to the next level for video games. Now almost every video game is, like, orchestrated, got a big whole fucking section of horns and all this shit. Like, this was new ground at the time in 2007. That wasn't very common to have a fully orchestrated soundtrack. Like, that just wasn't a thing. And it's amazing, man. The music in Mario Galaxy is phenomenal. Still so good today. I don't have the CD or anything, but man, there's a lot of good music in this game. And they really did a good job remixing the classics. You know, you got your classic themes from Super Mario World and Mario Bros. 3. They'll remix those into different kind of tracks and just modernize it, make it even bigger and badder. And it's just awesome, dude. So freaking awesome. Love the music in this game. So that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for sound design and graphics and all that stuff. We can get to the gameplay now and we can talk motion controls. So motion controls can be used. This is a 3D Mario platformer, so I don't know how much more you need to be. If you're listening to this, you should know what this is. It's a Mario Galaxy 3D platformer. And the big thing was they added in motion controls. So obviously we're not playing this on the Wii anymore. I played this with my Pro controller all the way through. And the motion controls were fine. They can be used. You can wiggle the controller to make Mario do his little spin jump thing. You don't have to use it, though. You don't have to use the motion controls. You can point the controller at the screen and you can pick up the star bits. You can do that. There's really not a lot to the motion controls in this game. You're pretty much, it controls very, very, very nicely. The feeling of Mario in this game is awesome. I don't have trouble doing any of the jumps like I did in Sunshine and Mario 64, where, like, doing a triple jump was, like, kind of hard, and doing a wall jump, especially in Mario 64, was, like, fucking impossible. Now it's so easy. You can, anything you think you want to do in Mario Galaxy, like, you can do it. The control is so tight. Like, there were so many jumps where I did my jump. I'm mid-air, and I can reroute my thinking mid-flight and be like, oh, I'm not going to make this jump. Let's stop the jump. And you can just rear back on Mario and he'll stop and he'll go back. And, like, the control is amazing. Mario feels so good in Galaxy. Like, they really found their way with the Galaxy games and the feel of Mario in the 3D space. They really got it down now. Took them about 11 years, but they did it. I think they would have figured it out in Sunshine as well if they had more time. You could see it. Like, there's a very excellent video game there. There are pieces to Sunshine that are phenomenal, but there's so much that just pulls it back, that just pisses me off thinking about it. But regardless, we're not talking about that. The motion controls, though, like I said, don't let them scare you off, because you're barely using them. You don't have to use it. Admittedly, I liked using the motion controls back in the day. For example, I played Mario Kart Wii with the Wii wheel. You know what I'm saying? I was flicking and flipping and doing all. It actually made me a better player. Like, I was better at playing it that way than I was playing it with the controller, because I was just used to it. That's how I played it. So I enjoyed the motion controls, but admittedly, there just really isn't all that much to it in Mario Galaxy. There's, like I said, the jumps, but everything is controlled with the controller. Your triple jump, your long jump, your backflip jump, it just feels so good and responsive, man. Like, it is very, very impressive. So we're on the Comet Observatory. That is like your hub world. Very good. It's a good hub world. Not my favorite. I think I even preferred Sunshine at times in their hub world. Actually, I absolutely preferred, was it Delfino Plaza? And I liked Super Mario 64. Just the castle area was very nice. It's a good world. Like, you're kind of on a little ship. It's kind of limited at first because everything's closed. So at first you only have like one area you can go, one level you can get into, and inside each level has like, I don't know, three or four galaxies in it, then like a couple of extra special galaxies to unlock as well. But the whole concept of the game obviously is collect stars. You collect, to unlock the next world, you need 3 stars, you need 5 stars for this, we need 12 to unlock the Bowser level, so on and so forth. So similar concept to all the other Mario games, where you're collecting power stars to unlock further levels and get further in the game to eventually fight Bowser and save the beach. So that's exactly what you're doing here. And lots of levels, lots of fun levels to go into. And they're all nice and like short. You can get through a Mario level anywhere between 30 seconds to like high end, you're talking maybe 5 minutes. Like, that might be pushing it, legitimately pushing it. They're short levels. There's a lot of levels in this game. I don't know exactly how many stars you can collect. I collected like maybe 90, something like that. I'm guessing there's probably 120 stars. That's usually the number they go for. So that's my educated guess as to how many stars there are to collect. Did I collect them all? Absolutely not. I am not a professional Mario player by any means, and this game isn't incredibly difficult, again, by any means, but it gets harder. If you want to master the game, you want to collect every star, there's going to be some challenge in there for sure. I especially remember Mario Galaxy 2 and the perfect run level. I can't beat it, still can't beat it. I had to have my homie Billy beat it for me because I can't do it. It's on my Let's Play. It was him playing it, not me. I'm pretty sure I fully admitted that. I was like, I'm not good enough to beat this level. It is way too hard for me. I couldn't beat the final levels in Odyssey. I did beat the final levels in Wonder. I think Wonder is a very easy game. Even I could beat it 100%, so that's saying something. Mario Galaxy, overall, it's pretty simple. You have lots of levels. Very similar, not similar, simplicity, simple. You're going in, you're doing some platforming, you're collecting some little star pieces, getting a whole bunch of those. You're breaking open glass pieces to unleash a Luma, so then you can go into the star transfer system thingy, you can transfer to another planet. It's very cool. The presentation of the game is phenomenal. I love the look of the iconic look of Mario flying through the galaxies from planet to planet. Like, such an iconic look. It is the cover of the game. It is so very cool. Looks even better with Yoshi. And yeah, this game has an excellent presentation. I should have mentioned that in the graphics, but there are some excellent screenshots in this game you can grab. There are some absolutely stunning vistas in this game, I should say, as well, with the whole galaxy theming. That's one of my favorite things to look at, just a nice clear black sky at night and just looking at the stars and the galaxy above and just thinking, what's up there? It's crazy, bro. But that's a conversation for a different day. But presentation is excellent in this game. The level design is phenomenal. Very fun, short, but sweet levels. The bosses are excellent. We'll talk about some level moments and stuff like that in a moment, but the bosses are a lot of fun. Admittedly, pretty simplistic. Like, they're all the usual formula for Mario bosses. 3 hits, they're done kind of deal. Bowser's a lot of fun in this game as well. He's good. Bowser Jr., I know people don't like Bowser Jr. He's fine. He's whatever. He's not overly annoying in Galaxy. He's just kind of there doing his own thing. He's just a sub boss. But I like Mario, or what's his name? Bowser Jr. But Bowser is the man. Bowser is the man. So as you go out throughout the game, you'll come across some prankster comments will appear in orbit. So, and they offer new challenges on planets that you've already been to. So say you went to X planet, you finished it, all of a sudden, boom, there's a comet. There's a prankster comet in orbit. It's on that planet. There's a new star available. And it gives you, like, they're pretty challenging. Like, you got speed runs where you got to sprint through the level in like 30 seconds or whatever. You got to get through the level. You're racing Shadow Mario, which is very similar to a speed run, but you're actually racing somebody. It's a lot of fun. Daredevil runs are by far the hardest. Daredevil run is one hit, you're done. You get one hit. If you get hit, you're done. You got to start all over again. And those ones are on like boss fights, challenging long levels where you cannot get hit. So yeah, those ones are really tough. And increased game speed is also a pretty tough one as well, especially if you're dealing with like thwomps, the guys that like slam down on the ground and crush you. They will increase the game speed by like 25, 30%, and everything's moving faster. So you got to be even quicker with your reaction time. They're very fun. The prankster comments are a lot of fun. I like going through them. And collecting all the prankster comments as well. You have the Hungry Lumas are like I said, I think the Lumas are the cutest freaking things. They're so cute, but especially the hungry ones that explode, so cute. So you're collecting star bits on every level. Very fun to collect. I enjoyed collecting them with the motion controls, admittedly. I like it. It's fun. I know there's people that are like super anti-motion controls. They hate it. Admittedly, the gimmick wore off on me after a while with the Wii, but I'm still down with it. I still dig it, sucker. But regardless, the Hungry Lumas, you can find them one per area. There'll be one Hungry Luma, and the amount increases each time. They'll start out, all right, feed me 100 star bits, then 200, then 500, then 1,000, and it's like, holy shit. How much star bits can you eat? And you fill them up and they go explode. And they go wee. And they fucking. It is so freaking cool. So satisfying to watch them explode. It's one of my favorite parts of the game. So we get some power-ups here. We get Mario game. There's going to be some power-ups. Admittedly, I think the power-ups kind of suck in this game. The new ones, you got Bee Mario. So you become a bumblebee. You can fly. You can't even sting anybody. That's a missed opportunity. You should be able to sting people. Can't sting, but you can fly. It's kind of, you get like a meter. You can only fly for so long. You gotta climb little honeycomb things. It's not the best. You know what I'm saying? It really isn't. You can climb walls. You can fly. It's just, I don't know. It doesn't control that great. It's just not my favorite. Bee Mario's not my favorite. Like I said, the power-ups in this game, I don't know if it's it. I don't know if they the one. Then you got Boo Mario. Boo Mario is, again, okay. Like, the concept is cool, but the execution just really isn't all that fun. So you can go invisible. You can walk. You can go through walls. You can go through enemies. That's about it. That's really all you can really do with Boo Mario. It's not that much going on. You got classic. You got the Ice Mario. Ice Mario can walk on water. That's pretty fucking cool. Even though he just kind of turns the water into ice, you're still walking on water. It's pretty cool. So you can call it the Jesus power-up. You have Fire Mario. That's not new. I don't really think Ice Mario is new either. We've seen those before. You know what you're doing. You're shooting ice out. You're shooting fireballs. Pretty classic. Then you got Spring Mario. And Spring Mario can go straight to fucking hell. Because Spring Mario sucks, dude. I don't like Spring Mario at all. You turn into a spring, you become this really hard to control Mario spring thing. It's weird, man. And your jumps are whack. I don't like them. Like, you can jump up straight up really good, but you can't, like, jump across stuff very well or consistently or confidently. At least I can't. I don't like Spring Mario. Spring Mario sucks. Not a fan. And I think that's all the power-ups. There's not a lot of power-ups in this game. You got the star, a lot of fun. You're just an unstoppable force. You can destroy everything that you touch, which is really cool. And Luigi is in this game. So Luigi's here. He will help Mario find stars, but you also have to find him. So he'll be like, hey, Mario, I lost myself. Come find me, huh? And you're like, ugh. So he'll send you a picture. You got to figure out where he is in the picture. I admittedly didn't do these. I don't care. I didn't want to collect all the stars. I just wanted to play the game again and see what was going on. So speaking of that, we'll talk about some of the level moments, mostly boss fights. But so there's a boss fight versus, his name is Terra Non-Tox or whatever. It's a spider. It's the fucking spider dude. Kind of meh. So the reason why it's meh is you got these slingshot pod things, and they're not fun. They're not fun to use. You have to use the motion controls for them, and they're not great. So you get into these things, and you gotta like pull. You gotta grab it with the hold A, and you grab onto it, and then you gotta like pull it back with the control, with the motion controls, and then you let it go, and it'll launch you across. It's I don't know, it's not great. It didn't work very well in the boss fight. I wasn't really feeling it. There's other times you're using motion controls in the game that I should discuss. There's like a ball level. I'll just talk about it now. There's ball levels where you're rolling on top of a ball, and that you have to use the motion controls. And I can understand completely if someone said, yo, the motion controls suck right here. Okay, all right. I wouldn't say suck. That's a drastic word. I would use maybe not so precise, but it's pretty good. So you have to hold the controller upright, and you just move the controller around, move it forward to go forward, backwards. It's pretty simplistic. It's a little bit finicky. It could be a little bit tricky. It could be... Yeah, it's definitely not perfect. So if someone said they had a problem with the ball levels, they don't like them, I can see I like them a lot. I think they're really fun. I like the precision on it, where I'm like, oh, I just got to round that corner, and like, oh, I just got to round around this enemy, and you can run over enemies, but it makes you like jump a little bit, so you lose a little bit of control. So you just got to be careful with that. There's other things like you'll be grabbing blue stars in the sky, and you'll like grab onto them, and they'll gravitate you towards that star, and you have to like use the motion controls to grab onto those. Didn't really have a problem with that. I think the motion controls were responsive. There is a button you can press, the right like bumper button, and it resets your cursor for the motion control. So if you ever lose sight of your motion control thing, you just press that button, it centers it, and you're back in business, no problem. So that was a really good touch, really good feature right there. I don't know if that's new or anything like that. I didn't notice many new mechanics in the game or anything, but regardless, that boss fight versus the spider dude using the sling pods, anything involving those sling pods, I was not a fan of. We talked about the ball rolling level. So here's another one with the sling pods. It's actually called Sling Pod Galaxy, and that one was just straight up annoying because it could be really finicky. You have to line up that shot perfectly, or you're going to miss, you're going to go off. So every time if you go off the planet, you just get sucked into a black hole and die. That's 90% of the way you're going to die in this game is getting sucked into that black hole for falling off the edge. Regardless, did not like the sling pod stuff. Not for me. Then you got Bouldergeist. I remember Bouldergeist very vividly because I remember the Daredevil run I had to do on him, and that took me numerous tries, so I have mastered Bouldergeist. He is my bitch, and he's a really fun boss fight. You gotta grab the boos, and you like swing them around, you gotta swing them into him. It's a lot of fun. Then he gets smaller, and then you gotta like hit the small target with the boos. It's a little bit it's the right amount of challenge. That's the thing that they nail in Mario games almost every single time, is the right amount of challenge, because kids are playing this game, but also adults are playing this game too. So like I said, these games are generally very easy to get into, but very tough to master and challenge and get everything. If you want to get everything in this game, it's going to be a challenge. You're going to have a hard time. You may not even be able to do it, given your what's the skill level? There you go. That's the word we're looking for. The fight versus Bowser Jr. on his little battleship, throwing the shells at him, was awesome. Really enjoyed the look of that one. The presentation of that fight was really good. Toy Time Galaxy. Oh yeah, we got to talk about Toy Time Galaxy. Definitely has the best theme in the whole entire game. You're in this giant child's toy room with the little train going around, and like the toys are all over the place. Excellent theming for a level. You got to have that. I enjoyed the final fight versus Bowser. That was a good time, smacking him around the arena and him fucking spinning around on his turtle shell, and you gotta smack him in the ass a whole bunch of times. That was good. I think the Mario Galaxy 2 one is better, where you're like ass smashing the balls down onto him. That's a good fight as well. But Bowser was good. I really enjoy a lot of the boss fights. It's funny, the ones that were like, that one's not the best, like that spider fight, didn't make the cut in Super Mario Galaxy 2. Only the best boss fights in Mario Galaxy 1 got to go on to Mario Galaxy 2. I'm looking at you, Bouldergeist. And the mole dude, that one was pretty good, where you gotta like ground pound the ground before he gets to you, and then he pops out, then you gotta ground pound again, I think, and then he gets really mad. The designs in this game are excellent. Like, the enemy designs are really good. The boss designs are really good and fun. Like, they're very replayable. They're super easy, but they're really replayable. You will replay them eventually at some point, probably the Daredevil comics or whatever like that. But all right, let's go around. Let's talk about some of the cons, the pros of this game. Am I going to score this game, or am I don't really... I have a hard time, like, scoring games that are older on a modern scale, because I'm trying to, like, what do I do? Do I think about it back in 2007, or do I put myself in today's shoes? Like, did this game just come out today? If it came out today, what would I score it? Or am I scoring it on the scale from back in 2007? I think I'd go back to 2007 because it was actually there. And I remember the scores for a lot. Anyway, we'll just get into it. So let's talk about the cons. Same old story. For me personally, it's getting old. You know, Peach getting stolen away, Mario go collect the Power Stars and go get her. Like, it's the same fucking thing over and over and over again. And yes, I am grasping for straws right now for negatives on this game. It's not a huge negative. It's not going to lose a whole bunch of points for it, but I have to mention it, man, because I'm getting sick of it, because I see so many other games get dinged for it, and I want Mario to get dinged for it, so I'm dinging them. The Sling Pods can go to hell, and Spring Mario can go to hell. Both those things can go to hell, because they're just... No. And they brought back Spring Mario. Like, there's so much more Spring Mario in Galaxy 2, and I'm like, why? Why Spring Mario? Of all the Marios, you gotta bring back Spring Mario? Like, ugh. Anyway, the power-ups aren't really all that... They're not that great. There's not many of them. You don't use many of them, but regardless, they're not the best. The swimming and flying can be a little bit awkward to control at times. That's where you are going to run into camera problems, is probably when you're doing the water stuff. I find my depth perception's really fucked up when I'm in the water. Like, the star's down there, and to like swim down there and get it, I'm like, I can't. I keep swinging around it, and I can't get it. God damn it! So that happens sometimes. The flying as well. I'm trying to remember, when the hell were you flying? Anyway. All right, so the pros. That's all I got for negatives, man. There's really not a lot there, and the things that I'm calling negative really aren't that bad, am I right? So let's get to the pros. Fantastic level design, absolutely phenomenal. Levels are super fun and replayable to play. There's little secrets in them sometimes. There's little hidden paths. There's little one-ups you can find all over the place. Like, they're delightful. Timeless art style. This game's going to look good for a long, long time to come, as long as they, will give it a 4K upgrade every now and again. This game is going to look phenomenal for a very long time. Outstanding music. This is one of the best soundtracks in Mario history, and they really kicked it off. They really set the trend and started orchestrating music becoming a thing, becoming a more common thing in video games, so that is awesome. The controls and the camera, even though the camera's not perfect, it is damn near perfect. There is rarely a time where I was like, oh, the camera is getting me killed right here. I don't think I got killed by the camera once. I might have had to maneuver it a little bit every now and again when I'm underwater, but I was very impressed with the way the camera worked in this game, and just how the gravity and everything works in this game. It works so well. Like, you can just be ripping around planets, and the gravity is just pulling you around, and you'll always land on a planet. You're just like, I can't believe this works. So I am over the moon with you see what I did there with the gravity effects in this game. Very, very cool. Pacing and challenge is absolutely phenomenal in this game. You just want to do another level. The gradual increase in challenge is just absolutely perfect. Absolutely perfect. There wasn't like one single level where I was like, oh, this is a really bad difficulty spike right here. What were they thinking here? Like, no, it is just so smoothly to progress through. I flew through this game without a fucking problem. The boss fights are a lot of fun, except for the spider one. And this game still bangs, man. This game absolutely is still a banger. Still a lot of fun to play today. Okay, so if I'm rating it on a scale in 2007 on the Nintendo Wii, I think I would still hit it with a 9, a strong 9 out of 10. If they had some better power-ups, maybe a different story going on. Maybe some voice acting would be cool to really bring Mario into this next generation, bring him up to speed with all of his other brethren, the Master Chiefs and the Metal Gear Solids that all have this story and depth to their characters. Mario's just a man with a mustache, bro. That's all he is at the end of the day. I don't know what I'm talking about. Regardless, it's still an amazing game, man. 9 out of 10, I would give it. I would have gave it probably a 9 out of 10 back then. I think Mario Galaxy is probably the 9.5 out of 10. Just a little bit. The levels are just that much more memorable, and I loved collecting the green stars in Super Mario Galaxy 2. So much better than collecting 100 coins on the levels. So tedious, so annoying. So that's also a con. I don't like that. I feel like that's kind of lazy level design. When you look at Mario Galaxy 2 and you look at what they did with the green stars, how genius that was. Just, oh my goodness, that game is so fucking good. I really want to, I'm thinking about buying the digital version of Mario Galaxy 2 just so I can have it, because I adore that game so very, very much, and I would love to play it again. But regardless, that's it. I think that's all I got to say. I'm very sorry to you, Mario Galaxy, for being not a fan of yours for some of those years there. There were some years I was really hard on Mario Galaxy. Then I started to kind of lean up a little bit, especially when I was really loving Mario Galaxy 2. Then I was just more about just Mario Galaxy 2 is the way better game, without a question. I still believe that, but don't skip out on Mario Galaxy. That game bangs. Absolutely bangs. The music and soundtrack, that's the same fucking thing, idiot. The music, graphics, level design, challenge is excellent. Just what an awesome video. I had such a good time with this game. I couldn't put it down. I just wanted to keep playing it. I just wanted to get another star, and it's so satisfying because the levels are so short, and you bam, 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 you're just getting star, and you're feeding hungry Lumas, collecting star bits. And yes, this game has a co-op mode, if you want to call it that. I call it the little brother mode, where you can have a second controller and someone can collect the star bits on the screen. How pathetic is that? Regardless, this game is awesome. I'm so happy I got to replay it. I'm happy that I have it on my Switch. And there's an easier way for you to get it now. You don't have to get the 3D All-Stars. You can get the Mario Galaxy bundle, which I think is a phenomenal bundle. They should have had Galaxy 2 and the 3D All-Stars bundle in the first place, but oh well, here we are now. We're getting it now. So at least we're getting it. You can play Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 on your Switch, which is awesome. They're excellent video games. Absolutely check them out. So there you go, everybody. Another episode down. In terms of what other episodes we will be doing, going to be doing the Shadow of War review, going to be talking about that Nemesis system, breaking that all down, and just talking about a really good video game, man, that you should still check out, even though it's getting close. It's almost 10 years old now. I couldn't believe that when I saw that. But yeah, still a really good video game. Got other stuff going on. I just purchased Tropical Freeze. So I have Tropical Freeze now. I want to dive into that as soon as possible, and because I'm on a kind of a platformer kick right now, so I want to get into Donkey Kong, and maybe there's something there with Donkey Kong we can do. Maybe a versus, maybe just a review, maybe we'll see what happens with Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. I'm very excited to get that one and get that knocked off the list. In terms of what else, we got a favorite characters list. There's that list. Desert Island video games. Yeah, there's a lot of things in coming. A 2006 retrospective I want to do, since it's turning 20 years old, 2006. We need to go back and look at all the great stories and the games and the bad games and what the hell was going on in 2006, 20 years ago. So we're going to do a retrospective on that. And I plan on doing other retrospectives on other years. It's not just going to be 2006. I'll do pretty much any year. Any year is good with me, from literally 2004 onward, when I'm a hardcore gamer and I kind of knew what was going on and I remember and all that. I can do any year, really. I've done retrospectives on 1998. I've done 2004. I did 2007, I do believe. These were in verses, where I did verses. I did a versus 1998 versus 2004. That was a fun versus. I think I did 2000. I did some. I don't remember which ones I've done, but they're out there, so track them down. Some really fun retrospectives that we're doing, and I hope to do some more retrospectives in the near future here. I don't know when exactly I'm going to do the 2006 retrospective. It might be after Shadow of War, and I'm also planning on playing Gears of War 2 with Jesse, so there's going to be an episode on that as well. And yeah, so there's a lot on the docket, so make sure you're following the podcast. Hold up a second. You're awesome. and you want to be even more awesome than you already are, make sure you review the podcast, share it around with a few of your friends, maybe an enemy or two. Go over to the YouTube channel, GamerGX Videos, subscribe over there, and follow along with the YouTube channel. I upload all these episodes over there, so if you want to watch them, there's no video, but if you want to fall asleep to these, you just want to listen to it while you're gaming or doing whatever, it's there for you. So there's a video version of it. There's the audio version on all your favorite streaming platforms and whatnot. And what else we got? I think that's it. I think that's pretty well it. And yeah, there we go. So thank you again so much for listening. You the best. And we'll be back again with some GX Plus game.